All right, this is part 2 of the criminal process element 3, and you all know what to do here. I'd like you to go to the 8th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution and annotate or underline the key words in the 8th Amendment. So please pause the video and do that now. The 8th Amendment is probably the ultimate in protections for citizens in the criminal process because it prohibits cruel and unusual punishments or excessive bails. In other words, the punishment has to fit the crime. If you're jaywalking, you're not going to get the electric chair for that or get shot. Or if you get a speeding ticket, you're not going to be dragged to jail and have $2 million worth of bail placed on your head. I know that sounds ridiculous, but excessive fines, excessive bails, and excessive jail time were all things that people suffered under the King of England at one point. Well, the 8th Amendment prevents that from happening. But there is one particular issue that is the primary sticking point in the 8th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. That, of course, is the issue of capital punishment, also known as the death penalty. Now, there have been various methods of capital punishment in our past, hangings, things along those lines, the gas chamber, the electric chair, created by Thomas Edison, or at least he had a hand in that, and lethal injection. Now, all of these methods have been forms of taking someone's life, usually because they took somebody else's life, and they've been a source of fairly hot debate over the years. One side of the debate is going to be that it's cruel and unusual punishment to put somebody to death, particularly in front of people, regardless of the crime that they've committed. The other side of the debate, of course, is going to be that if you take someone else's life, you forfeit your rights to your own life. But no matter what side of the debate that you fall on, there's no question that it's been debated highly over the years. They have come up with different methods to address some of the debates and issues that have been brought up to the U.S. Supreme Court. The electric chair is not used as much anymore for capital punishment, nor is the gas chamber. The preferred method these days seems to be lethal injection because it's been determined that it's more humane than the other methods. You can look into the research. There's points and counterpoints and arguments and counter-arguments to be made about that as well. But unless an amendment to the Constitution is added or a federal law of some sort is passed, capital punishment is going to be up to states to decide. You'll find that out in the next lesson when we talk about the 10th Amendment to the Constitution. The majority of the nation right now are death penalty states, states that practice capital punishment. There's a minority of states that do not practice capital punishment, but there are enough on both sides to keep the debate very spirited for decades to come. Capital punishment is going to be something that we will talk about in this country for quite a while. And it's really the main issue on the spotlight of the 8th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. It should also be noted that the 8th Amendment has been used to argue whether or not juveniles should be tried as adults in major crimes, but again, that has taken a back seat to the issues of capital punishment, no matter how much or how important of an issue that is as well. Okay, that's it. Thanks for listening.